if you're a beginner guitar player, if you're an intermediate guitar player, if you struggle with space, if you need something compact, if you need a travel guitar, if you need a guitar that's got a pedal board included with lots of different sounds at the flick of a switch, then maybe this is just for you. So this is the latest guitar from Enya. It's called the Inspire. It comes in a fetching purple sunburst. Look at that. And it's packed with features. It does so much. I'm struggling to figure out where to begin, but I've got to begin somewhere. So let's look at this funky sunburst for starters, as well as a range of other very fetching colours. It's humbucker and 2 singles. It's got a tremolo system on it. It's got a split coil on the bridge pickup. And that's just the basics of it as a guitar. It's got a headphone jack, it's got a regular jack and a USB for charging it. Then it's got a speaker for playing the onboard sounds and tracks you can Bluetooth to it from your phone. And speaking of onboard sounds, you can store 4 sounds on the guitar with an amp, with overdrive, with reverbs, with delays, with modulation. Switch between them either with the button or this funky 4-way foot switch that comes with it. So in effect, you've got a guitar and an effects rig and a pedal board all in one package. Quick interjection from future me doing the edit. In between shooting and the editing bit, Enya have sent me a discount code for you. And if you buy it within the first month of this video going live, you actually get another $100 off the cost of this price. That's pretty good. So if you are interested, use the link below. Okay? Right, back to the video. Let's look at all these features one at a time. Let's start with it as a guitar. Just a basic, good, solid guitar. So first of all, it's carbon fibre. The whole body is one piece of carbon fibre. The access up here is really good because you've got no heel joint to get in the way. At this end, you've got closed back tuners. Then you've got a nut and a 0 fret. The fret ends are beautifully rounded off and smooth as silk. We've got 2 single coils and a humbucker that's splittable on a push-pull here. A 5-way switch that gives you all the usual combinations. It's really lightweight and it actually plays very, very well. So I suppose we best have a listen. Let's start with just the magnetic pickups. I've got a crunchy-ish sound that gives you a good idea of what it can do. So, neck pickup. Great as well for all those Stevie Ray Vaughan-y bluesy things. Let's try these two. Not bad at all. Middle position. Bridge split and middle. This is usually that little slightly quacky strap position. Yep, and bridge. Not bad at all. Tremolo. Does the tremolo A, work, and B, how well does it stay in tune? It works. Single note. Right, let's really abuse it. That's still in tune. I'm doing that again, hang on. Oh, that is good. By the way, if you're as impressed with this as I am, there's a link below with a discount code that gets you one of these for a bit less money. We'll shortly have a look at the sounds that the guitar makes directly through the speaker and as a DI out into a workstation or into a PA. But before we do that, we're going to have a look at the engine of it, if you like, inside of the app that controls it all. So looking at the little foot controller, all you have to do is press the buttons and it changes the sound on your guitar, and you can see it happening in the app. Now, if you look at the app, it shows you at the top there which of those sounds is engaged. But if you also notice, below there are 4 sounds. So I can choose which of these 4 clean sounds are assigned to that clean button. And all I'll do is that's a different one. Go back, and there it is, it's a different one. If I want a different lead sound, I might want that one. So that's all I do. And there it is, back to where it was. I can then go into each sound and edit them individually. So if I want to go into that one, I hit edit, and there is the start of my editing process. So you can see I can choose the amplifier. There's 2 amplifiers to choose from. Then I've got a graphic, I've got a chorus, a noise reduction, delay, and a reverb. And I can program them all onto my sounds. If I want to turn the amplifier off and just have a clean sound with a chorus and a reverb, if I want to use a real amplifier. Or I can go back to here and I can use the amplifier on the guitar. Really quite handy. Let's have a listen to the speaker sounds. I've got my microphone fairly close, and we're going to go through the stock sounds as it comes. So let's do the clean one. We'll go with the neck pickup, and it sounds like this. Two in-betweeny coils. Middle pickup. Bridge single coil and middle pickup. It's also really quite good for the funky single note muted stuff. Listen. Bridge clean single coil. And humbucker. Oops. Flicking the switch to go to the second sound. This is the slightly crunchy one. Again, let's start on the neck. It's got a bit more dang to it, hasn't it? Yep, in-betweenies. It's just a bit clean. Let's have a listen to the bridge on a humbucker. This should give us like a good crunchy ACD-ish kind of thing. Let's try a more crunchy sound. You can get away with hair metal. Or if you go to a neck single coil, you get quite a nice little bluesy lead song. See what I mean? Now that's quite dry, but we'll talk about setting these sounds up and customizing your own in a minute. Lead sound, this is going to be a humbucker. Let's go for it. Bridge, yep. that works. And speaking of speakers, that means you're not tied to where you play it. You can play it anywhere. Play it in the garden. You can play it on the sofa. You can play it in the shower if you want. And on that note, I should probably end the video. But if you do like the look of this, don't forget there's a discount code below, and like and subscribe to the video. Tell me what you think. Is this a guitar that you could use? And I'll see you next time. Cheers.